Hello, sir. We'll just give a couple more moments for people to join.
No problem. Sounds good.
Okay, David. I am here whenever you're ready.
I'm I'm here too.
I think you are the solo, the
I guess.
solo man. That's
Surprise.
okay.
Yeah.
That's okay because we can work on your resume. So that's just
Okay.
fine with me. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because we're really, that's what this uh these sessions are largely going to be when we're talking about resume and structure,
Yeah.
formatting, things like that, because I think it's important to do these exercises with resumes in real time. And we always have people sort of trickling in. Here's Leo.
Yeah.
So this is great. We'll review some stuff from
Yeah.
last night, which I'm sure you don't mind.
No,
Hey,
I'm here.
Leo, how's it going?
Doing good. Oh wait, cameras. Okay. Oh,
Hello, how are you, sir? All right. Love it.
good.
Love
Just ate.
it.
Full stomach.
Oh, same. I'm ready to go. I'm like
Three of
ready for
us.
another 8 hours of work. Not really. I'll go to bed
Yeah,
right
no.
after.
Not eight.
But anyway, so welcome to session B. Leo, we covered a ton yesterday, and I'm going to go over a lot of it. Um, you will be very, very familiar with what I went over because you were one of the first people that I edited your resume. And I hope you liked it. I wasn't sure if you did. I don't know if you found it helpful, how much you've been utilizing it, how much you've sort of evolved it. But again, what I was talking about last night with some of the other students who showed up, David included, is that this is an evolution. Your resume is always going to um, experience facelifts throughout your career because, Leo, when you are 5 years in as a full stack developer somewhere at some like big company, you are going to be editing things down and deciding what formats are going to be best for you in the next iteration of your career. So th- this week was really focused on structure and format. And the focus was really reverse chronological versus functional resume. And we are also talking about on kind of like the surface and in the background of all of that, design clarity beating decoration, right? Making the format nice and clean, nice and readable, easy on the eyes. That's
Yeah.
super important, not only for ATS systems, but for recruiters who, as we talked last week, scan resumes in 6 to 10 seconds. And they also look for that clarity, that structure, alignment with the role. And then the format should guide their eyes, not overwhelm them. And the same is for anyone who looks at your resume, including yourself. So, we spent so many weeks covering LinkedIn strategy and the importance of positioning yourself for that visibility. And I know, Leo, every week you're diligently doing that, making yourself more visible. I read your comments on the check-in. I know that you are actively reaching out to folks, being strategic and applying, and then reaching out to those folks at those companies that you're applying. So well done. I am noticing, I am calling it out. Excellent work. Um, and, we're shifting now into the major tool, which is your resume. So if LinkedIn is your storefront, how you advertise and market who you are, your resume is that like original document that somewhat mirrors what LinkedIn is saying, but it's also that that contract, like that tangible document that is proof of who you are and what you do. And focusing on the structure and format is important because, if a recruiter can't navigate through your resume, they won't. They won't do
Yeah.
it. So, um, what we really drilled down on last night, and what I likely never explained to you when I was editing your resume or right before when we had our one-on-one, was there are two core structures for resume formats. Most common and preferred, for consistent career paths is a reverse chronological resume. So, Leo, I imagine that if this is how you um, try to gain entry into a new band, right? If you used a resume, you would likely use the reverse, uh, chronological structure of the resume. Hey, Anne. And the reason why I'm saying that is the reverse chronological resume structure. It's most common and preferred for folks that are looking for work in their chosen career path that has been the consistent thread of what they've been doing, right? So you're a musician, and
Yeah.
this is like that's your passion, that's what you do.
Yeah.
If you were to apply for a role in a band, that's what you would use because that's who you are. That's what you've been doing. You're not shifting
Mm.
into that position. That's like your ethos. Now, a reverse chronological resume highlights steady progression and recent experience. Now, Anna, I'm calling you out because I think that this is really going to be a very valuable session for you and will also lead into our private discussion tomorrow. That so we're talking about resumes, right? And we're talking about formats and different structure of resumes. And what I'm highlighting now is two core structures, two different types of resumes. And now I think when I thought that I updated and edited your resume, and I think initially what I did was I used a functional resume. But I'm rethinking this, that maybe a reverse chronological resume would work well for you because you're not really doing a crazy shift. You're staying in QA, but you're adding in
Well,
that development piece,
actually,
right?
I want to get out of QA.
Okay. Okay.
Mhm.
I want to get
Never
out.
mind. All right. Excellent. Now that we've got that straight. So I think all of the information is going to be valuable, right? So the reverse chronological resume is most common and preferred for consistent career paths. So, Anna, if you were saying, yeah, you know what, I still want to continue to be in QA, then I would say, hey, you know what, let's think about the reverse chronological resume. It also highlights steady progression and recent experience. It's also very easy for both recruiters and ATS systems to read, applicant tracking systems. Now, what I've been utilizing, admittedly, even for myself, even though I am not changing career paths, I'm looking for work as a recruiter. I've been using a functional resume. That's what I've been choosing to do.
Mm.
I might rethink that, but for now, I'm keeping it. Now, functional resumes, as I've been explaining, are skills based. Now, ideal for career changers or those with mixed experience. I so wish Michelle was here because she, I think, would really benefit from this because she has a lighting design and production background. And she's now incorporating development into her skills. So I think this would be really interesting for her to listen to and be a part of, but maybe she'll listen to the recording. Functional resumes are also great for groups that it groups experience under skill categories instead of dates. It highlights transferable skills and impact instead of job title. So a lot of times in functional resumes, you'll see core competencies, someone will list, as well as skills. And then they'll talk about those core competencies. They might list projects that they've done. And then at the bottom, they'll list that chronological work that they have done, that experience. Now, last night, I showed some examples of that. Would that be helpful? I mean, David saw it, but Leo, Anna, would you like to see um my version, my resume of a reverse chronological resume as
Sure.
well as the functional? Yeah. Okay. All right, let me pull this bad boy up. Okay. So I can do it this way. Let's do this. Hopefully this will work the way I want it to. All right. And I know Zoom doesn't like personal information, but I can't be bothered to mark it off. So don't drunk call me. That's all I can say. Here is my chronological resume. And I did this first. Wonder, no, that's not in. I wonder if I could, there we go. A little bit more real estate here. So hopefully all of you can see this. Can you see this okay?
Yeah.
All right. So it talks about my experience. There's not like a very robust summary. And, you know, I crafted this resume several months ago and even longer before that. So I would change a lot here. Would probably not put this blue square section. I wouldn't put 10 plus years of progressive experience. I would keep this and I did put my area of expertise here. I added in various parts of my resume some of the LinkedIn recommendations that I compiled. I thought that was a nice touch. And there's no real, like, yes, there is this. It's not quite a summary, but it highlights what I've done. Now, professional experience. And I've gone through this all here, right? And oops, what's going on here? All right, there we go. And I've again thrown in another referral or a recommendation. More experience. More experience. Additional experience. And then my education and certification. Okay. Um, it's really, I think for career changers, I do believe that the functional resume is going to be important. Now, here is another resume of mine. This is one that I actually crafted specifically for a company that I was applying. This is a functional resume, and you can really tell the difference here. So here, name, headline, number, email address, LinkedIn profile. And then we're getting into the professional summary. I listed my core competencies. I listed my selected achievements. So let's see, let's pull this up again. Where in this, I spoke about those core competencies underneath every role that I listed. This one, I segmented it out to really highlight recruitment and candidate experience. Here's what I've done. Strategic sourcing and pipeline development. Here's what I've done. Collaboration and stakeholder partnerships. Here's what I've done. Diversity and inclusion in recruitment. Here's what I've done. Then I listed my professional experience. I didn't list all of it. Earlier experience available upon request. Then education and certification. This shortens the resume as well. That other resume was like 3 pages long. This one's 2. Actually, yeah, like almost like 1.5. But that's a really good example of that. Right? So let me stop sharing. So thoughts. What is your feedback? What do you think about both of those resumes? And what do you think is best for you? Maybe you're like, yeah. Thank you for this information. And I understand that functional resumes are for career changers, but I really like the reverse chronological. That's where I think I'm going to head. Cool. What do you all think?
I don't know. I don't really have any kind of feedback.
Okay.
I really
That's
don't.
okay. All good. You don't have to know.
Whichever one capture what needs to be captured for me is fine.
Okay. Leo, what do you think? Because I think like I did your resume early on.
Yeah. Yeah, you did. You suggested me to add a little summary bit to it on the very
Yep.
top. And now I see where you
Yep.
got that from on the functional resume.
Yep. I mean, your resume was great when you handed it over. I just really did some like shifting and font and adjusting and all of that stuff. But like where do you guys sit with this? What do you think? I'm interested. What do you think is best for you?
Which one is good for transferable skills?
I would say the functional resume.
Okay, and functional, because I want to include, stuff that I'm doing in the academy, but also transferable skills.
Yeah.
That's
And I think that, yeah, I think that is what would work for you. But personally, myself, that's what I think would be best for you. but I also want to make sure that you're kind of like digesting and analyzing exactly what's going to be best for you. I think you're all asking the right questions. But so at the end of the day, Leo, what do you think you're going to stick with?
Well, I'm probably going to stick with the functional resume that I currently have. It's definitely
Yeah.
doing well with displaying the stuff that I'm learning from this TechJoy thing.
Yeah.
And
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, I feel like it really does a good job of displaying those technical aspects of it. Like being able to go to
Yeah.
each bullet point from each ticket that I've done, or at least which ones I want to highlight, I should say.
Okay. And Anna, you're just like, I'm not sure. We'll talk about it tomorrow.
Yeah, that's
All
true.
good. All good. All good. That's cool. I can dig that.
Hmm.
I respect that. So when you use each format with the reverse chronological structured resume, you're staying in the same industry. So maybe that answers our question, Anna. Maybe it really is the functional resume that we're going to be moving over to for you.
Yeah. Because what I really want to do is transferable skills that say, that kind of like shows, well, I've already worked in tech, but now I'm coming to another area of tech. And
That's
this is
right.
what I want to focus on, and how to
Yep.
do I need help.
100%. No, 100%. And you know what, Anna? Don't minimize who you are and the experience that you have and what you're bringing, because everyone right now is reinventing themselves. And this program that Dr. Emily has developed is very special. And it gives you an incredible opportunity with amazing mentors. And I think that you're going to craft a future, all of you. You're going to craft a future that is really going to be fulfilling and sustainable. And you're learning all of the right things here. So you when you are using the reverse chronological structured resume, you have consistent experience and titles. So again, if Anna was going to stay in QA, that's what I would recommend. And allows you to show and showcase that steady growth. Now, with the functional resume, you're pivoting careers. Again, I think about Michelle. Michelle, where are you? Um, she was a lighting designer and production, stage production. She's moving into development. Maybe someone's a teacher. We've got Timothy, who was here yesterday. He's a pharmaceutical chemist. How wild is that? Moving into developing. Functional resume, right? Functional resume is also recommended if you have gaps or mixed experience. There are a couple of students who have taken time out to be a caretaker for a loved one. Totally acceptable. Totally acceptable to note that, not only on your resume, but on LinkedIn. This is life. Life is lifing. And it's completely legitimate to list where you've been and what you're doing. Now, the thing with the functional resume, and this is what I've been correcting quite a bit in resumes, is you need to highlight skills before you highlight the timeline. Skills are what's really important there. Yeah. Now, what, again, continue to think which structure fits your career path. If you're staying in the same field, the reverse chronological is where it's at. So if there was a student who has been similar to Anna, doing more low code roles during their career, maybe they were business analyst or data analyst, but now they're moving more into full stack development. I would say, I would venture to say reverse chronological might work as well for that. I'm a little on the fence, to tell you the truth, Anna. But if you're completely pivoting and you're completely rebranding yourself, functional resume. And you know what, Anna? If you want to completely rebrand yourself and get a full facelift, functional resume,
Okay.
right? So, and I asked this last night. What's your biggest challenge with your current resume format right now? So think about that for a minute. Hey there, Bernard. I don't think I've ever seen you before. So welcome. We're talking about resume structures and formats and the difference between a reverse chronological resume and a functional resume. Oh, and he's gone. He's like, I don't want to talk about that. So let's take some time to talk about resume anatomy and the non-negotiables. Okay. And this is really both for both functional and reverse chronological resumes. So the sections that must appear: name, header with LinkedIn, and your contact information. Now, if you are a developer and you have a GitHub, definitely put that there. If you are someone who is a developer and you've been working at a company for a handful of years, I would say 2 to 5. And you've compiled some projects that have been produced that you're proud of, that you've received permission to showcase on a portfolio site, I would also add that link in there as well. Have to have a summary. Minimum of, I would say, minimum of 2 sentence, max 5. Guidance is 2 to 3, but I think you can add a little bit more, not a story, but core skills or your technical stack has to be there. Experience and or projects. Then your education and certifications. Keep your margins balanced and fonts consistent. And for the love of sweet baby Jesus, do not put your headshot on your resume. That is a European industry standard. They also do it in Asia, Brazil. We don't do it here. no need. Um, consistency with font and formatting is really important. Line spacing, it's all about being easy on the eyes. Something clean and polished. Avoid design heavy templates that ATS systems can't read. That's one reason why I ended up editing my first resume and like rewriting it completely, because I just thought that I didn't feel like I was receiving a lot of attention with my resume. So I moved to a functional resume because I thought my other resume was a little too designy, little squished and decorative and busy. Stick to one page unless you have several years of experience. Now, that's the guidance. Do I think you can have 2 pages? Sure. 3 pages is excessive, I think, even if you are a PhD. I think there are ways of talking about what you do clearly and concisely. Clarity matters more than decoration. We did some building of David's resume last night. David, do you mind if I share with Leo and Anna some of the things that
Yeah,
we
not,
did?
not at all. Yeah, go for it.
Okay. Okay, let me get back to it. I haven't worked on it today, David. I'm so sorry. It was like a
When we were going
bonkers.
to, I'm disappointed. Just kidding.
Oh, goodness. I gotta turn off this TV. The volume down, but same old things play over and over. It's like, look,
Yes. All right, guys. So let me share.
shut it down.
All right, here we go. All right. Can you all see this?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, this is what we started to edit in real time.
Oh, that looks good.
We did this, right? So this is kind of what we were seeing. And listen, it's not terrible at all. Actually, the complete opposite. And this is an excellently crafted resume, beautifully crafted. I
Yeah,
think that
that's good.
I think that it can go further. I think there's definitely some more tweaking that can be done. But I did take away the consistent bold, right?
Yeah.
And I will continue likely to do that. Reducing, let me see, what did we do here for font? 8, really? Summary, technical skills. Yep. So I'll probably reduce this to 8. And I'm going to correct line spacing. Format. Line spacing, custom spacing. Let's do.
I think we did 3 yesterday, didn't we?
Yeah, we did, but you can, I play around with the spacing a little
Okay.
bit.
Yeah.
All right. Now, I also.
I'll be
where's
right
the
back,
goal?
guys. Sorry about that.
Oh, okay,
Sorry.
no problem. All right, so we'll take away the bold. Take away this. Maybe.
Oh yeah, that's kind of cool. Little italics.
Okay. We'll do that now. Okay. I didn't see that before. Tech stack. I like it.
Yeah.
Oops. There. Okay.
Should we highlight tech stack or no? Like,
Perhaps.
I don't know.
Perhaps. Wait, what's going on here with the line spacing? All right, there we go. It's making me, oh wait, hold on. Was this, did that have a link too?
No, it's because it's in development. There's no,
Oh, okay.
there was no deployment.
There we go. Okay. See, and it's just these little tweaks.
Yeah.
No. All right, we'll think what we want to do with that tech stack there. But I just want to kind of keep that nice and clean
Yeah.
for right now.
I may just underline.
right.
I don't know if it'll look cool or not. If we underlined it
Underlined what?
with the words tech stack.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure it out.
I don't
I
know.
don't know.
Me
I
neither.
don't know what I will want to do with that.
Oh, okay.
It might be, maybe let's make it stand out a little bit. Let's put it like that right now, because you want it to pop a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay. And now we've got experience. So this is kind of the playing that you do. You want things to be consistent. Again,
Right.
if these sort of headlines here are size 8, you want the rest to be that way.
Right.
Now, hang on a second. Yeah. All right. I thought, okay. Thought that looked funny. There we go. That was driving me crazy. See, so it's a lot of this.
Yeah.
Grab a glass of wine if you drink, and you just let it rip. There we go. Now, this is what I do, and it helps me see. View. Is it the equation toolbar? No, that's not what I wanted. And no, I don't want that. There. This helps me see spacing.
Oh yeah.
That helps me. Whew. Oh, it's driving me nuts. All right, so see, so this is how we, all right. All right, I see. So this is just sort of an example. Where'd that go? right? And then what I'm going to start with immediately is getting all of this. Yeah, come on. Go back to your line spacing, make sure it's always at single. And then you do your customizing. And I'll start at 3. Sometimes I mess around with it. Oh, look, we eliminated nearly an entire page. All right, and then I should have actually unbolded everything.
Baby, you're in business with this resume.
Yeah, hopefully. I
All right.
gotta change a couple of things though. But I mean, not much
Yeah.
really.
So we're getting there.
Yeah.
We are getting there. Now, what I'm probably going to do, because this is kind of a mix, really, of in its current state, a reverse chronological resume, right? Because we could
Yeah.
see. So what I'm going to do is tweak it a little bit. But I mean, I think
Yeah.
it's pretty interesting right now. So there you have it. That's the example.
Nice.
Yeah, I think it looks good, David. We're getting
Thank you.
there. We're getting there.
Yes.
We're getting there.
Yeah. I like it.
All right, good. Glad.
Mhm.
So, your format sets the stage for everything else, as you can see. And rebuild, take a look at your resumes, and you start rebuilding the base layout using the guide that I've given you. Anna, we'll work on this tomorrow together. Now, a clear, focused format shows recruiters you respect their time. And it's the first sign you're ready to be hired,
Yeah.
to be honest. It really is. So every resume needs structure before substance. And something that I talked about last night, and something that my husband taught me, because my husband is a designer at a software development company. And he designs a lot of presentations for, managing directors and C-suite leaders. When he lays out a presentation, he doesn't even put words in there. He'll just put gibberish, blah, 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 like paragraphs of things that are just letters. Like he'll just, blah, 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 blah. Or he'll use a poem or, something he read just to populate the layout, because he's really just starting with the layout, right? So get your header up there, your name, contact, LinkedIn, GitHub, your summary. Your summary is a short paragraph tailored to goals, your core skills, your tools, experience, and/or projects, education, certifications. Think of your resume as prime real estate. The top third must capture interest instantly. Okay. White space helps readability. You have to have a little, it can't just be crammed in there. Job titles and keywords drive recruiter search results. Take a look at the skills that you put into your LinkedIn profile. Incorporate some of that in. List the database and program knowledge that you know, right? What do you want a recruiter to see first when they open your resume? Prioritize alignment. with your job title. Okay. If your resume can tell your story in one clean glance, you've done your job.
Mhm.
You know, readability, alignment, simplicity. This is what we're looking for. You know, we are starting to really build a foundation here. Next week, we are going to start filling it with results driven content that gets attention. A clean design gets you seen. Strong content gets you hired,
I get it.
right? So this is what we've done here this evening. We've got 9 minutes. Let's
I'm
talk.
curious about something,
Mhm.
which is like a side topic, and that is when you put your resume out there, I would think maybe not everybody, but that we may run into companies that want people of a certain demographic in terms of young.
Yeah,
And
they all
so,
do.
yeah,
Sure.
so what did that mean for us mature people?
It means that you do not list any experience on your resume or LinkedIn that is over 10 years old. It means you do not list the year that you graduated from college.
That's why I took mine off.
Well, yeah, my LinkedIn is still a mess.
Well, we can work on that tomorrow in real time.
Okay.
I
But
heard that,
yeah,
I heard, sorry, I didn't interrupt. I heard that employers weren't hiring Gen Z as much because they're kind of lazy. That's what I hear.
I
I
mean,
Not
mean, it's not
everybody,
listen,
but
spoiling them.
no, I
you
know,
know
not
what?
everybody, but I'm just saying, I don't know. This is
I
what,
I have met plenty of young, very talented individuals
oh yeah,
Nice.
who are incredibly driven.
yeah,
I I I personally, I think a lot of Gen Z has gotten a bad rap,
okay. Yeah,
and a
I have a
lot of
Gen Z
them,
daughter and she's great.
I mean, the this generation or the Gen Z generation,
Yeah,
they had the majority of their college career in like during COVID.
isolation. Yeah,
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 yeah.
I know.
A lot of people started jobs in isolation.
Yeah,
I mean, it was not kind to a lot of people.
yeah.
So I think to give them a little leeway, I mean, I have heard from people that they're too pushy, that they want to learn too much too fast.
Oh, okay.
Well, I mean, can you blame them?
No,
They
no.
they were in isolation,
Yeah,
right? You get them into an office and they're chomping at the bit. So it's kind of like, okay, they're either too lazy or they want too much too fast. It's like, come on,
yeah.
guys.
I don't
So
know.
I think it's all relative. And I
Yeah,
think that
Sure. Excuse me.
um I I have also met more senior individuals, and this is within the market that I had worked in for many years, uh, creative advertising, where they don't want to spend time mentoring younger generation.
oh, yeah,
And it's like, that's your job.
right.
It's your job. Is literally your job. And also, do you expect them to execute what you want them to, how you want them to, if you're not mentoring them?
That's true. I know because I worked in healthcare for 29 years, and I can tell you, nobody wanted to take students, and I was always the first one. It's like I jumped up and down. I said, "Give me anybody you want." I took nursing students out. I would take respiratory students out. Anybody who wanted to learn. I
Yeah.
wanted to show them how to do the job right.
It's all about home growing talent,
Yeah,
regardless of
right.
your age,
Yeah. Well,
right?
yeah,
So any one of you could walk in, all you need is that one person who believes in you.
yeah, that's true.
And that's why, as a recruiter, I show grace to every single individual.
Yeah,
And if I can present a resume of a candidate to a hiring manager who I already know this hiring manager isn't going to want to meet with this person. So, you know what I do? I present the candidate anyway,
Mm,
but I acknowledge, hey, listen, I know that I may have casted a little bit of a wider net on this one.
yeah,
And I know that this isn't the kind of candidate that we talked about. However, I did take the time to speak with them. Here's why I think you should too.
yeah. There you go. Sounds.
I can't tell you how many opportunities that I've had in my lifetime because one person took a chance on me.
Yeah,
Awesome.
that's awesome. That is great.
I wish everybody had that mindset.
I know, right?
I think that more people than you think do. Um, I think that right now, and this is what I'm hearing from a lot of my recruiter friends who are working, they're so stretched because again, and all of you don't know this, but recruiters are overhead. We are the first to go when shit hits the
Oh,
fan
that sucks. Mm,
because we are not billable. We are not tied to any piece of business, especially when in an advertising or marketing setting. We're the
yeah,
first to go. So they keep one person or maybe two, and they give the rest of the work, all of the work from the people they've let go to that one individual or two people.
jeez.
But I know they
So,
outsource HR a lot. Oh,
not during these times. They do during boom times. They might outsource to staffing agencies, but also remember HR and recruitment, two different things.
yep.
Now,
Yeah,
recruiters sit under HR. I've sat under HR plenty of times and I love it, but I'm just that kind of recruiter and that kind of person where I'm kind of nosy. And I like to hear different conversations because I always can pull a piece of whatever they're saying that informs my recruitment strategy.
Mm.
yeah,
I'm also into HR. I really enjoy learning about HR practices, but also remember, HR is not there for us.
No, I
mm,
They are
think
there
everybody know
to
that.
protect the interest
The
of
management.
business.
Yep.
And I didn't just come up with that. Multiple individuals who hold HR positions, one of whom is my mentor. That's what she told me. Do
Well,
not trust HR, she said.
yeah, because when I had the training, it was part of a training, and the goal was to fulfill management strategies and stuff like that. So
Mm,
it's people
yeah.
management, it's money and
Mhm.
payroll and all this other stuff, but everything boils down to helping and supporting enhancing that company
Yes, and
when people-
protecting them.
Yeah, so when folks say, well, I'm gonna go to
Yeah.
HR for this or whatever, and I used to tell them, don't go to HR.
Mm-mm,
Because they're
Mhm.
gonna go
mm-mm,
off of what the management tell them to do.
mm-mm. Yeah, no, I
I
know.
never went into HR, but I kind of like, I got some training on it.
Yes. And when you're applying to roles and you see that question, do you have a disability that will prevent you from doing this job? I have a disability. I have
Always,
a I have a defibrillator pacemaker. That's a disability. Do I make a note of that? Hell no.
I don't either. I take medication and
Yeah.
I don't listen. No, nope.
No. If you have depression, bipolar, anxiety, for the
Yeah,
love of sweet baby Jesus, don't list that. Don't do it. Don't do it. So
Wow.
more discussion on resumes next week. Anna, I will speak with you tomorrow. I'm looking forward to it. All of you can reach out to me. David, I promise I will get to your resume and finish
It's
it.
okay. You're fine.
I read
And
in City Slicker.
but I appreciate
Mm.
seeing all of you very, very much. And I hope you all have a wonderful evening.
Thanks. We appreciate you too. Thanks so much.
Okay. Bye-bye.